you guys, and you can introduce yourselves, tell everybody a little bit about your history in the space, and then we'll get into the project. So, in three, two, one. Hey, everybody, welcome back for another MMKK AMA. I am Papa Stonks. Today we have with us Crypticorn. Crypticorn is revolutionizing automated crypto trading with AI. Their vision is to create tools that are secure, transparent, most importantly, profitable. With that said, we have some of the team here. We've got Darth, we've got Basti, we've got Sarah. If you guys want to come up, give a brief introduction, tell us a little bit about your history in the space, and then we can get into the project.
Sure. Thank you for the short introduction. My name is Johannes. I started into the crypto space in 2019. I made my bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. After that, my master's degree in mechanical engineering as well. And as I made my master thesis at Porsche Motorsport, I got into crypto because in the breaks, we talked about real estate investing and also about crypto. So that's when I had my first touching points with the cryptocurrency world. And in my master thesis at Porsche Motorsport, I had or used AI to estimate material parameters for their Formula E race car. And that master thesis got awarded the best master thesis at my university. I finished my master's degree with 1.3. After that, I became a scientific research assistant at my university, became the lead very quickly, and on the sideline, besides my 9 to 5 there, I built a small software as a service company, you could say, in the cryptocurrency space that offered specialized crypto trading bots in a niche. I brought that, to the best trading bot in that niche. I'm still ranking the best on Google SEO for the topic, and I made both I was working at the university and made that training bots in 2020. I started experimenting with AI, especially for stocks and commodities and so on. But later or very quickly, I shifted to crypto because market is open all the time. So much more possibilities to make profits. And in January 2022, I founded Crypticorn. And I started using machine learning algorithms on the cryptocurrency market to predict the chart prices and so on. And a few months later, Basti was the first one to join. And that's why I hand over the microphone to him so he can introduce himself as well.
Yeah, hi, I'm Bastian. I'm a research assistant at the university, and I also met Johannes at the university. And at the beginning of 2022, Johannes asked me if I want to set up a startup with him, and I said yes straight away, as the crypto world was completely new for me. And until then, I'm always interested in new ideas. And in my master thesis, I wrote about the acceptance of voice assistants in retail, and I find the topic of AI extremely interesting. And my job or my work at Crypticorn is I take the care of the educational part, mainly the websites and the publication of the blog post. And also I support Sarah with all marketing activities. Yeah. So next to Sarah.
Thank you, Basti. Hello, everyone. I am Sarah, and I'm the CMO of Crypticorn. Unlike Johannes, I have a background in the creative field. So I did my bachelor's degree in design and product management in Salzburg. And then I went straight to study marketing management in Bavaria. After my studies, I worked as a research assistant as well at the same university as Johannes and Basti. Yeah, there I focus mainly on user experience, market research, and autonomous driving. And yeah, I'm currently working as a marketing manager. Johannes, I met Johannes also at the university, like Basti, and Johannes was him who introduced me to the world of crypto trading. Before that, I had absolutely no experience with crypto or with trading itself. So, yeah, that was about, I think, a year and a half now ago. What I do at Crypticorn is all the design, the branding, and the marketing. So everything artistic, aesthetic, and yeah, also the planning and implementation of various marketing campaigns.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming and sharing this with us today. Um, so let's get into the project a little bit. So, currently you have two of the utilities that are live: the AI signals and the AI price prediction. Um, you know, with the token launch, you plan on having that as a revenue model, where people are paying monthly for these, but if they buy the ICO tokens, $300 worth, they get the first 3 months free. Um, let's talk about those utilities right now that you have with the AI signals and the price predictions. How accurate have those been, and how profitable has the community been using these, or are these still beta test mode?
Let me share my screen so everyone knows what we are talking about. Like at the heart of Crypticon, there's our AI that is capable of predicting the chart. You see it here the best way. So we use machine learning algorithms that's not based or related to ChatGPT, OpenAI, or any large language models in any way. So those are really machine learning models that have been invented back in the 1980s and have ever since developed. And that's what we use. And based on those price predictions, you could start trading. That is already live, as Popper pointed out. So that's how it looks like in our dashboard. And as already said, take part in our ICO, and you get access to all the tools we are going to create, or all the services within our ICO plus 3 months after that. And regarding the accuracy, personally, I am not a day trader, not at all. I'm more of a quant trader. I use algorithms, automated trading, backtesting, and so on for my trading. But even I had an average of, I guess, 85% win rate and a profit and loss ratio of 1.8. I've shared that on my X account so everyone can see it. And the community is very similar. We had someone in our Discord who shared his results. He averaged between 70 and 80% win ratio. So that works as well. And we also have a trader using AI and his own experience for trades. And he is also doing very, very great. And after this AMA, I will ask him to share his win rate as well. But I guess in the last 7 days, he made 30% on his whole portfolio on BangX. That's where we are trading, because we already partnered with them. And yeah, I hope that answers your question regarding the accuracy, because if we are going to talk about the accuracy of the AI, it's hard to tell, because if you're a non-machine learning AI guy, then I can tell you a lot of different values that would explain how good the AI is, but you wouldn't understand it because you haven't heard those metrics before that we use to explain how good those predictions are.
Yeah, I'm definitely not really an AI guy. I don't know how a lot of it works, but you know, with this AI, it's just taking into account, like you said, it's machine learning, so it's taking into account historical data and the different indicators. Correct?
Exactly. So there are a lot of different, technical analysis indicators we're using, support resistance lines, then a lot more input based on our domain knowledge, in combination with sentiment analysis. So, for example, as simple as fear and greed index, and it is planned to add economic news like the job numbers from the United States, interest rate increases, and so on. And after that, also on-chain data that's still missing and will be implemented in the near future with the next update of our AI.
Yeah, that was going to be my my next question. Does it take into account different catalysts and news that comes out? Does it actually scan the internet for the news as soon as it comes out to catch that as soon as possible?
Yeah, that's the plan. So right now we are on the 15-minute time frame, so 15-minute candles the next 6 hours. And what we are going to do is 15 minutes is a huge time window. I mean, especially everyone saw it today. Bitcoin pumped to 63 or 64, I guess, before it dumped back to 60 within 15 minutes. So for our AI trading bots, we are going to use different machine learning algorithms that have been trained on different situations, because with those 15-minute time frames, we can't catch those news or those events. So we are going to train different AI models that utilize on different sources and then make predictions to adjust and increase the overall performance of the final prediction.
Yeah. You don't have to remind me about that Bitcoin pump. I definitely didn't make out too well on that. But so when are people going to be able to utilize the actual trading bot? How far along is that in development?
It's, I would say, around 2 to 3 weeks. Then those AI trading bots should be ready. We already conducted a lot of back tests. Here's one, for example. Let me go over that very briefly. Just look at the image on the left side. So the black line at the bottom is Bitcoin buy and hold, and all those colored lines are the back tests we made on one AI with different parameters where we shifted them a little bit around to see how they would affect the trading outcome. And you could see that on a yearly basis, on that yearly time frame, we would have made almost, or on average and on the median, a little bit more, over 5x compared to Bitcoin's 80-90%. And that will be our first automated trading strategy, only trading on Bitcoin. Leverage was 1, so long and short with no leverage, and compounding. And that would have yielded those results. And that's what we are currently working on, so getting started and implemented should be done within the next 2 to 3 weeks roundabout.
So with that, with the AI trading bot, is that strictly going to be in futures, or are you going to be able to utilize that in spot as well as like a DCA or grid bot?
Well, as some of you might know, the best portfolio would be a few different trading strategies that are not correlated to each other. So when one strategy has a current weakness, it would be good to have another trading strategy that has a strength right there. So at Crypticorn, there won't be only one trading bot. For example, this is only for BTC. So we are going to introduce different trading bots with different coins, maybe different combinations, also based on someone's personal risk appetite, because someone might not want a large drawdown, for example. I mean, especially if you have a lot or a big trading portfolio, maybe 1 million, you don't want to see 20% drawdown. You might want to at maximum see 5%, for example, and would rather take a smaller ROI and get a lower drawdown. So there will be different trading strategies that can be tailored to everyone's needs. Yeah, to everyone's needs.
Okay, so it's not going to have automatic risk management set in place then. You'll be able to set your own parameters as far as your risk appetite.
Yeah, exactly. So in a range, we tell that is back tested and so on, because you always have to say that those are back tests, and back tests are never exactly like the future. So even if you set your parameters based on the back testing, you will always get slightly different results. And based on your parameters, you can slightly adjust the strategy to degrees. For example, the ROI for a smaller drawdown, for example, or for all the traders or passive investors that don't care so much about a drawdown and want a higher ROI, they can adjust it as well. So the AI trading bots are fitted to everyone's needs in the range we allow them to do to make the strategy work.
Okay. All right. So, I guess if you are an experienced trader, then you can, set your own parameters. So, if you have a higher risk appetite, you can, go with a higher drawdown and higher leverage.
For example.
Will you have like just an automatic or a standard setup for people that don't know what they're doing, don't know what, have any clue what they're doing? They just want to throw some money in and let the bot trade for them?
For sure, there will be some standard settings, but for those who would like to put in a little bit more work or want to tailor the settings a little bit more to their special needs, then for sure, standard settings for everyone, and then you can make your own settings for or how you would like to do them. And there will also, to come back at your first question or the question before, there will also be trading bots only for the spot market. That for sure. So there will be a variety of trading bots we are going to offer, because we have that AI at the heart, and we can offer different trading bots that work a little bit different based on those AI's price predictions, and that will work for the spot market as well.
Okay. Now, when somebody's utilizing this bot, do they create an account on BingX themselves and generate the API key for you guys to run the bot on that account, or do they deposit funds for the bot to trade with?
We are going to get started with the simple approach of API keys. So there will be a lot of exchanges we are going to offer that you can connect your bot with. But in the future, we want to have some kind of security tokens. We are already in talks with tax consultancies. So we know it's possible. We know how much it costs us and so on. Because the problem is, you might already heard my German accent, and especially with Germans or on the European continent, we have a slightly problem. That is that we can't use that many centralized exchanges. So on the one side, we want to go futures trading on decentralized exchanges, but on the other side, we also want to evaluate the process of creating a security token, so you can deposit your money at us, and we are going to trade with your money on the exchanges we get access to, and also all different exchanges at the same time, so we can utilize all those aspects at the same time. So we are doing some kind of a hybrid approach to this to be fit for the future and regulations that the European Union is imposing on us.
Now, you're using the term security tokens. Are you going to say that this is going to be labeled as a security?
That current AIC is not labeled as a security token. It's a completely utility token. That's what we also checked with our tax consultancy. But in the future, we would like to have a separated token only for the AI trading approach. If the regulations are starting to increase and it is getting harder and harder for people, especially from Europe, to be able to trade futures. I mean, spot trading is easily possible for all of them, but the regulations regarding futures trading is still there, and that's why we have this security token on our in our white paper, on our roadmap as well. So we have a solution in our hand if this regulation starts to increase.
Okay. Yeah, it is definitely becoming a little, increasingly difficult for people all over the world to, trade leverage futures without, here in the U.S., you're not supposed to be able to trade it at all. But here I am, trading right now. So how's, with these exchanges and ever changing regulations in different countries, how are you handling the KYC if something was to change, with that exchange or with your country's regulations? How would you handle the KYC and, avoid any funds being trapped on any exchanges?
Currently, we are using different exchanges, and also myself, I mean, I explained at the beginning that I already have a SAS company, so that's what I'm currently using for on and off ramp, for example. But we are also in talks with our tax consultancy to create a structure, a company structure around Crypticorn that will allow us to step out of those regulations, especially the European Union. So we have we don't want to be or incorporate inside the European Union that will be somewhere else where the restrictions are not there and where people understood the value that crypto, the blockchain technology and everything offers. So that wouldn't be a problem for us. And for our users, when there are going to be changes, then we are going to adapt. So integrating new exchanges, the exchanges they can use. We are going to get started with BingX, Bybit, and BitGet. And after that, the community is up to vote for the next exchanges we are going to introduce for the automated trading.
Okay. Let's see. What about the DeFi trading? You've got DeFi trading on the roadmap here. I don't think it's not live yet, but how is that going to work with the AI?
Yeah, the thing with decentralized projects is that's a completely different approach, you have to say. Like price prediction is, predicting a price. With
you can't predict
decentralized projects, it's about predicting if the project will succeed or will fail. So we are going to take a different approach to be able to find those 10x tokens, you could say, earlier than all others. And we are currently collecting the data we need, and first tests show that we are going to have an edge there, as the machine learning algorithms are capable of detecting the coins or the tokens that will pump before others. And that's another thing we are going to integrate into our AIC ecosystem and offering to our holders.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So, what kind of parameters are you looking at to detect the sentiment on those tokens?
Well, first and foremost, the first thing you need to do is checking the contract. So, or we are going to filter all those contracts that are very likely to be fraudulent. And the first thing we do after that is going to be a clustering. So a simple unsupervised machine learning technique to find similarities between different projects. And when we have found a cluster, then we are going to train a machine learning algorithm to predict if those projects are going to succeed or fail. And for that, we are looking at the first few minutes. I won't say how much exactly because that's like a company secret, I have to say. So we are going to watch at the chart, the wallets connected, locked liquidity, holders, increase of the holders, and also mentions of the hashtag on Twitter. So those are the main parameters we are going to watch. And next steps are to also include the on-chain data from Ethereum. So is there movement in the market? Is there not so much movement? Because we saw that, for example, last week or the week before, there haven't been so many good coins because the overall volume on Ethereum was quite low. So we are going to integrate that as well, because the machine learning algorithm will then understand when it's time, or will understand differences between a good week and a bad week, for example, because there's movement in the markets, people are actively buying, or there currently is no volume. And all that together we are going to combine, and then we are capable of predicting if the project will succeed or fail.
Okay. And is that only going to be on Ethereum? You're only going to be looking at Ethereum tokens, or are you going to be looking at different chains as well?
We are going to get started with Ethereum tokens because that's where we have and get the best data. With machine learning algorithms, it's always you need to have good data to make good predictions. And with Ethereum, it's the best way. But we are definitely going to expand to BSC and Solana.
Okay. Yeah. I'd love to see it on BSC. Not so much Solana, but yeah, I'd love to see it on BSC. Getting data from Solana is like, their on-chain data is just horrible.
But there have been a lot of good projects that made a few X to say. So it's worth looking into that, and maybe the hype with Solana will continue for the coming bull run, and then we want to be prepared.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I think you should get on as many chains as possible. As long as they're the easiest ones are going to be the EVM compatible ones. So Solana is probably going to be the hardest one to really get together for the AI.
Yeah. That's why we are going to get started with Ethereum. I mean, if we make enough there, good, and then we can expand and check the other universes around and see where we can find the next edge.
And so this is actually going to include like NFTs as well, right?
Yeah, but NFTs are after the Ethereum because they behave slightly different. And it's then more about, for example, predicting the floor prices of NFTs. But that's also on our roadmap and will be done.
Yeah, I'd love to have AI tell me what the floor price of an NFT is going to be, because every time I buy them, the floor just drops. Doesn't work out too well for me. All right, let's talk about this pre-sale. So you guys are currently in round 2 of the pre-sale. You had a seed sale, then round 1, and now you're in round 2.
Yeah, exactly. So last year we started with our seed sale. I mentioned we have been developing since January 2022. So the first, starting of the development was financed by myself. And then we decided to go, as we had already working product, the first MYP was ready. We decided to go this way with the AIC token to further fund the project and to be able to offer this whole ecosystem, because we have a lot of incentives that won't be possible without them. especially, for example, the third bot marketplace and the decentralized AI that we are only going to offer to AIC token holders. And that seeds around help us to get the marketing starting and rolling. We are currently working with the DTC group, and we are looking to work with Adam and I forget his colleague's name. Yeah, also on pushing AIC and our ICO.
Nice. So you said you're going to be working with DTC?
Yeah.
So you're going to be hitting the Asian market with that?
Yeah, exactly, because they have good connections, just like Adam. So we are utilizing them to get the ICO filled as fast as possible.
Yeah, makes sense. So with this, so you had 2.5% to the seed sale. You had 8%. Okay, so technically, round one was the seed sale. 8% going to this round that we're currently in, and then you've got round 3, 4, 5, and 6. So yeah, as much help as possible getting those filled is definitely going to be needed. It looks like. What are you doing with these funds as they go? Because I have seen some off ramps to centralized exchanges. So are some of these funds actually being traded with right now currently, or what's going on with the funds?
They are mainly used for development so far. So those off ramps to KuCoin, for example, is to pay for the servers we need. Currently, next to me I have a PC that has 24 cores, and that's not enough anymore. So we need servers that cost us between 500 and 1K a month, only to train the next AI versions and so on, and also for hosting and all those legal stuff. So that's where those off-ramps went. And the others were for marketing, for SEO. So our goal is also, unlike other projects, to get SEO ready. With my other projects, I already succeeded, and most of my volume and traffic I got over SEO, so I know how to do it. And we are currently working on making the same for Crypticorn, because the goal is, when there's someone looking for AI and trading, Crypticorn should be in the top 3 spots in the near future, because that will secure our long-term success. So we are working on that as well. And the rest are mainly for marketing purposes and will be marketing and development.
Okay, perfect. I just it's a question I gotta ask when I see off ramp to a centralized exchange. Gotta ask.
Sadly, you can't pay anything with crypto these days, and especially I can't pay my tax consultancies and also the servers you can't pay in crypto, at least not yet. So that's why we had those off ramps.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Trust me, I pay for everything with crypto, but still have to kind of off ramp it to USDC first.
That's a problem, or it's not a problem. It's like we are different from other projects. We are not using ChatGPT, so we need to invest into those hardware and all that stuff. I mean, we luckily we have a partnership with Amazon Web Service, so we got into their startup program, but Amazon is in some points still too expensive, so we need those off ramps to rent those servers to train the AI. I mean, currently, just so you get the big picture. When I'm going to train the AI on BTC only, it takes around 8 hours on my PC with 24 cores, only for one coin, and we have around 50. And now imagine if we would like to expand, for example, to the 1 minute time frame. Currently, we are at 50 minutes. That would mean 15 times more data, 15 times longer. And that would end us up at 120 hours for only one coin. So, I don't know, 5 days 5 days for one coin. Now you have 50 coins. So it would take us 250 days to train all coins if we would go on the 1 minute time frame. And that's why we need those super expensive servers, just because we need the resources to actually make those price predictions.
Yeah, definitely. And the more server power that you have, the better the project will run and can expand. So definitely need those. I sure as hell just wouldn't invest if it was only strictly BTC. That's that's
yeah. I get your point.
Yeah. So with this, with these raises, so you've got 15, 30, 42 and a half, 54, 60, 62, 60, 64.5% going out in the pre-sale funds. You have different vesting schedules for each round. How did you figure out these vesting schedules? Is it some of them have 10% TGE, 5% TGE? How did you figure out these different vesting schedules for these different rounds?
Well, the most important point is with after a project from its ICO is going to launch, to prevent the selling pressure and also to build up the chart. So we made those vestings according to some internal figures we have been playing around. For example, we estimate how many people are genuinely interested in our services, and the others that might be there only to make a quick 10x, maybe 100x, and so on. And based on those numbers, we are decided to find the best way to launch the AIC token afterwards. And that's how we came up with the vesting in comparison with the pricing. Also to still have an incentives for those people that buy later. I mean, right now, round 2 is the first public round. That's the cheapest price you can get the AIC token, maybe ever. I mean, definitely ever, because we are going to have a lot of utilities. And for those who will buy at higher prices later, we need some kind of incentive. So they will have a shorter vesting schedule than the others.
Yeah. See, this one is a 1 month cliff, monthly unlock for 10 months. So then you've got round 3, monthly unlock for 12 months, 4 unlock for 10 months, 5 and 6 get some TGE, 5% and 10% TGE, and then 6 month unlocks. How much total? What is the total amount if all of these fill that will be raised?
The USD equivalent would be 2.7 million that we are going to raise.
Yeah. Okay, and out of that 2.7 mil, you're putting 10% of the tokens into liquidity. How much of the funds raised will be going into liquidity?
For that, I would need to look into my table, because I calculated it, but I don't have the numbers in my head. So it will be allocated according to, I mean, those 10% for liquidity are for decentralized and centralized exchanges. So on the launch, currently we are in talks with tier 3 and also tier 1 exchanges for the listing and the price. So we are going to discuss how much liquidity each of those exchanges is about to get. So I need to look in my spreadsheet to answer that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. I didn't know that there was going to be CEX right at launch. So if you're splitting up that liquidity, you can't really give an exact number.
Yeah.
So why, did you think about doing any kind of IDO on an exchange?
We talked about at the first place, but we decided against it. I'm not quite I can't name all the arguments or the pros and cons. We noted them down somewhere in a document when we thought about it, but then we decided to go and do it the ICO way because we figured out it would be the best for us. And yeah, not launch right away because we still are in development. And as you pointed out, the AI trading bots will be ready in maybe 2 to 3 weeks. And we started with our ICO last year. And that's why we decided to go the ICO way and not the IDO way to launch right away. Because we are not there. We need the funds to make the development. I mean, we are a little bit different than other projects. For example, we are investing a lot of time in development and research because what we are doing is actually working. So there's no ChatGPT behind where you can just bundle a few words around your user's command prompt. It's actually development going on and it's actually working. So we needed those funds to fund the development and also the ongoing development.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's see. So, I was going to ask about marketing, but you've already said that you are, you're working with, DeFi guys and DTC. So, that kind of handles a lot of the marketing questions right there for me, anyways.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to ask, what are the Web2 marketing plans to bring some of those regular traders over from, say, like the stock and futures forex market?
Well, we are going to do the exact opposite. Instead of getting them into crypto, we are going to be able to offer stocks, forex, commodities, ETFs predictions. We focused in our development especially on making it in a way we can easily also integrate stocks, commodities, equities. And that's why we also want to expand into that market. And everyone that already is into Crypticorn, we don't know if we make it a sub brand, for example, because stocks, equities, traders, they're a little bit different. They're not, like the degens we are with our trading and so on. So they are a little bit different target group, target audience. So we don't know if we make a small rebrand, especially for them, and all Crypticon AIC holders get access to that as well. So they will get access anyway, but we don't know if we make it a different brand or if we just include it into Crypticon. So we are capable of onboarding them into Crypticon without taking them away from their market where they have their current knowledge and so on. So that's our plan.
Yeah, I mean, you could just name the bot something else that's not really crypto related, and then have it under the same umbrella company. I came
and then convert them slowly over to Crypticorn when they are going to get attracted to the revenues they see from all the crypto traders. So
I personally came from the stock trading world, and I traded forex for a long time as well. So giving some kind of signals, I think could go over really well, especially in Discord. If you were to make a Discord signal bot that people could put in their servers and do it as a paid service, that would probably bring in a lot of revenue. Personally,
that's an interesting point because someone else a few weeks ago mentioned exactly the same. So we already put that into our into our ideas list for the future. So that's a good point that you say that as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I did in Discord. I gave signals as far as options and everything else goes. So, and I did it in multiple servers, and had a bot that would post in multiple servers at the same time. So I didn't have to bounce between every server and post
Yeah.
manually. So yeah, that would be great, especially if it does have a high win rate and high probability. I think a lot of servers would utilize that. All right. Let's see. When do you guys expect? Obviously you need to fill these. Next you've got 4 more rounds after this. So when would you be expecting to launch the token?
We are going to expect to fill the whole ICO within the next 6 weeks. 6 months, up to 6 months. We are currently sitting on a good budget we are going to spend on marketing. We planned ahead for the next 3 months for the development and so on. Development will be still ongoing, and we can now allocate the majority of our already raised funds to the marketing. Already we raised about I guess 200k. So 200k already raised without almost any marketing, only from SEO and my former project. And now is the time for marketing to get started and to kick in to fill the remaining rounds, which should be possible because that what we are doing is still unique. No one else out there is easily able to copy us or what we do. And that will help us to fill our ICO in no time.
Okay. All right. So we're looking around Q3, Q4 before the token launch.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right. And let's see. I think we've touched on just about everything. Let's see, we've gone over the DeFi, the trading bot, price predictions and signals. Gone over the pre-sale and the vesting, marketing, and we even squeezed a little bit of alpha out about the predictions in the different markets. So I'm going to open it up for some questions. If anybody has any questions in the audience here, feel free to unmute, come on up and ask.
Yes, hello guys.
Hey.
Yeah, congratulations first of all. I think this is a solid project. How big it is your team, and do you have team tokens, or how you are going to earn as a team?
Yeah, for sure we have. Let me scroll down. We have, or the team gets a share of the team tokens for sure, but also they have the longest vesting period, so 6 months cliff, and then a monthly unlock for 16 months. So the team tokens will be completely unlocked in 2 years after launch. So we can't sell any of them within the first 6 months of the launch.
Right. How big is your team? How many people?
Currently, we have 2 at marketing, so Sarah and Basti. Then it's me, who is founder and head of the AI. Then we have Marty, our CTO for front end and handling the back end and the organization. He's currently working at Amazon. 2 more developers handling the data handling and stuff. And our latest addition to the team is Danny. He made his PhD in machine learning, and he is the perfect counterpart to me because he has the experience, or he comes from the stock market and works with machine learning and classification. So classification in terms of right or wrong, up and down. And I'm the crypto guy with regression that works on predicting exact values and so on. And he's the latest addition to our team. And that is how our team is currently, that our current team members.
Oh, thank you so much for answering.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah, so it sounds like that 5% is going to be spread pretty thin between all of you guys. So no one person is going to hold a big chunk of the supply.
No, not at all.
You do have the airdrops on there and rewards and incentives. What are the airdrops? Who are those going to be sent to? Is that going to be done as part of like an airdrop campaign? But I see 10% unlock and launch and monthly for 12 months, so it can't really be that. Who are the airdrops going to be sent for?
It depends. So we have different scenarios where we are going to use the airdrops. First of all, we can use it for our current marketing campaign to support the ICO, or what I already tried to point out, to make the graph look nice. So when the airdrops is unlocking, then we can use them over the time when all the others get their tokens unlocked, to support them, to hold them. For example, one of our incentives is to get lifetime access to our services. And when we airdrop them the tokens, they might not want to sell, because then they are because then they can use the lifetime access for AI trading bots and so on. So there are different use cases we are going to use the airdrops for.
Okay, perfect. I guess could have just grouped that in with the the rewards and incentives as well, and just left it as that. Did 7.5% to rewards and incentives.
Yeah. For example, yep. Go ahead.
No, I was just wondering what what they were going to be used for. A lot of times when you see airdrops, it's just they'll send out a bunch of dust as part of a marketing ploy or whatever. So if you're using it as actual incentives, then that's I think that's a little better.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Do we have any other questions? Do we have any in chat?
Oh, and I forgot one of our team members. Sorry, I forgot Salah. He is our trader. So Salah has years of experience as crypto trader, and he is currently, I don't know how I could forget him. He is currently working with the AI together and his experience to make signals for the community, activate the community, and answer questions. And together with him, we are going to build the public Crypticorn Academy, where we are going to offer all the educational stuff that is needed for active traders, or for those that want to be active traders or want to learn more about Crypticorn. I wonder why Sarah and Basti didn't tell me that I forgot about Salah.
He's even on the website.
Thought about
He's on the website, for example. Danny is missing, our PhD guy. Salah is on the website, but Danny is still missing there. So yeah.
Well, it's a big team, man. You can't, sometimes you can't remember everybody. But yeah, everybody feel free to check out the website. The whole team is on there. All right, let's see. I don't think we have any more questions. Unless somebody speaks up. All right. Is there anything that you think that we've missed that you want to touch on?
I don't think so. I think all the questions have been very good, and captured the whole thing of Crypticon and what we do and what we are going to offer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, man.
If you have any questions afterwards, it's no problem. Please join us and ask them in our chat or write us a DM. So we will lucky to answer your questions afterwards.
Actually, I was going to ask, which would you say would be more active, Telegram or TG? Or no, Telegram or Discord?
Well, that's a hard question, because lately we have been shifting our focus from Discord to Telegram, because a lot of more people are using Telegram. but Discord is still, I mean, especially if you are going to be a token holder, we have a special Discord only for token holders that get more updates on what we do, and we are also sharing a little bit more insights also on trading and so on. So we are using both, and whatever fits you best. Unless you're a token holder, then Discord is better for now, but we are going to have a private token holders Telegram group as well, where we are going to share more insights on the project and on the development and features that are going to be launched.
Okay, nice. All right, I'll have to get over there. I was just saying earlier, I think I pay my Nitro payments more often than I check in on Discord anymore. So I need to start getting over there so I'm not wasting my money on it. All right.
Perfect.
Well, with that said, why don't you guys give us a closing statement, last call to action? Why should people be jumping in to the ICO and getting their entry into Crypticorn?
Yeah, well, I mean, we are the only real project that uses AI to leverage the financial markets. I said we are not going to only be on crypto for all the time. We are also expanding into other markets. And combined with our SEO strategy, our long-term strategy, I mean, we have been working on Crypticorn for more than 2 years now, and we are going to work on it. And with AI, our AI will be the future of everything, and especially the financial markets. And Crypticon will shape and innovate the financial markets in any way. So for centralized exchanges, decentralized projects, and a lot of more things that are about to come. So if you're interested in joining a project that will shape the future and that will leverage AI to actually make money over the long term, stable returns. I mean, every one of you knows, or maybe at some point wants to lean back and just enjoy passive profits, then Crypticon will be your go-to project. And that's why I say join our socials, join our Telegram, and keep up to date with our doings. And if you like, buy our ICO token, because this project that it will succeed in any way.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Great presentation. Thank you guys for coming. I'm going to wrap up the recording now. All right, we are off the air. Now here comes Zishan. I've got a question.
Sure.
Now here's the funny thing. Actually, I didn't until he said the one sentence a second ago. Said you've been working on this 2 years. Kind of curious, have you been working on it full time? You got something on the side you've been doing, or how's the future look for you personally?
I've been working on that on the sideline. So I had my 9 to 5, but I've been working on a university. So you said you stopped the recording because otherwise I can't say that out loud.
Yeah.
University job, being paid by government. I spent like 20 hours at the university job that no one noticed that. I mean, those people are a little bit slow. They want just to get from Monday to Friday. So with my 20 hours there, everything was fine. And the other 60 hours a week I spent on building Crypticon. And since January 2022, so for over 2 years now, and since the beginning of this year, I am working full-time on Crypticon. Sarah is going to join working on Crypticon full-time from tomorrow or the day after, so from the 1st of March. So a lot of work already has been flowing in that project so far, and definitely will.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for your question.
Yeah, good question. He always comes up with those questions as soon as the recording stops. That's what I knew.
Yeah, you can't say that to the public because at the end it will fall on your feet I don't know if that's the same saying in English, but or if it's just a German saying.
I think it's just German saying. But yeah, I mean, now's the time. If you do have some alpha or anything that you want to drop, the recording's off. Feel free. We're not gonna tell on you. We're not gonna snitch. But we do love some alpha around here.
Sure. Are there any more questions so far, or otherwise? I mean, we could talk about if there are any possibilities for partnerships and so on, because that would help and support our ICO and so on.
Yeah, as far as that goes, there's a bunch of different people in the room, bunch of different marketers and lounge owners and everybody else. I guess if anybody does want to talk to them about a partnership, feel free to reach out to them and tell them what you can offer as far as that goes.
Yeah, I mean, everyone that is interested in working with us, reach out to Sarah or me, and then we can discuss it individually and find a way to work together.
Now, I wonder what the bot would be saying about me just adding to my Bitcoin short just now.
Let me have a quick look. Wait, I need to update.
I'll figure the hell with it. You can go all in.
Let me see. So the problem is, that's what I pointed out shortly, is that
It's 15 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 15 minutes. And as there has been so much movement right now in the market, for me, it's don't take too much risk. Just be patient, wait a little bit more. And right now, for me personally, I would wait a little bit because there might be so much ongoing that we can't predict it so well. Maybe. And for me personally, I will always, when there are such events like that, because then there are more feelings involved than technical analysis or on-chain data and so on. So I am going to stay away for the next 2-3 hours and then start trading again. But right now, it looks like sidewards, a little bit up. I mean, for example, if we wait another 15-20 minutes, someone could try to short it from this side or until there. I mean, we are currently able to make a new prediction every 20 to 40 minutes. So we can just wait and see or wait for a better opportunity. We don't need to take too much risk to get a reward, but
Well, my issue is I shorted it from 57K last night, and I left it open overnight. So I woke up wrecked. So now I'm just adding to it. I just fucking double down, bring my entry price up. Anyways, I got
where was your stop loss, or where did you open your short?
Oh, I opened it at 57K, and I only set stop losses in profit.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of those people with that much higher risk tolerance that we were talking about.
Yeah. So you could definitely take a lot or much bigger drawdown than, for example, others.
Well, yeah, I was down 30K, 40, almost 40K just a little while ago.
Yeah, for me personally, I mean, for example, we have someone from he's one of our AIC token holders. He is one of the biggest holders right now. He's also from the traditional markets. And for example, for him personally, it's very important to have a low drawdown. So he says he doesn't want more than 5 to at maximum 6% drawdown.
Oh my God, he needs to get out of crypto. What the hell?
Yeah, but but to be honest, that's not fairly impossible. With the latest backtests, we saw that we can, or we are able to achieve such a low drawdown as low as 4% and still make around 200% a year compounding.
Yeah, I mean, some of the most conservative traders are, the best, the most profitable. But I still make very good profit. I just make sure I have enough in my account that it doesn't really matter. I can hold on. Bitcoin could have gone to 75K, and I still wouldn't have been liquidated.
Yeah, but if you're active trader, then this price prediction dashboard would definitely be your go-to tool. And as you're one of the more active traders, I guess, we implement what the community wants and what they request. So if you're going to become part of our community and you have ideas for things that could be implemented or predict, for example, right now we are working on trend prediction. So how strong will the trend, the momentum be ongoing? Will there be a flip anytime soon? So to extend and stay long into trades. That's what we are going to, or what we get as feedback from our community and what we try to integrate, and if it works, because that's always the problem. If there's someone that tells you that they can predict Bitcoin for the next day, you can run away because he's a scammer. That's not possible. Financial markets, they behave very random, and there are only a few time frames that can be predicted. Can't be predicted perfectly because there's still some randomness in them. But if you get into a time frame like the one we are currently in, then it can become predictable, and then you can make a profit and you can find your edge. But if there's someone that says they can predict Bitcoin for next day, you can run away because that is not going to work.
No, never does. And the market's so unpredictable. You can't predict what's going to happen the next day. It's anything can happen.
Yeah, that's why we focused on the smaller time frames on the day trading, because that's exactly the time where you can predict the market in a way.
Yeah. If actually I pretty much I hit my target on Ethereum pretty spot on. I said 3,500. It hit 35 and dropped right after. But I've just been moving. But I said that a month ago when I opened the position.
Are you also holding a big spot portfolio, or are you a complete futures trader?
No, I still have a nice healthy spot portfolio, my long term coins, but as far as trading, I don't really trade it. I just add to it, just DCA and add to them.
Yeah, because that's, for example, one of the approaches Danny suggested a few days ago to make a better DCA bot, like a AI-based DCA bot for exactly spot portfolios, and then also offering AI tools to optimize spot portfolios, like from the stock market. I mean, a lot of hedge fund managers are using clustering algorithms for portfolio optimization since the early 1990s, I think. And we want to do the same for the crypto market, because at the end of the year, if you have a big spot holding and you just do 10-20% more with the help of these tools, why not?
Yeah, definitely. Now, as far as my long-term portfolio goes, it's all in a multi-sig, and I actually have to upload wallets to devices to even get into it. So it's too much of a hassle to trade it.
Yeah, but for example, DCA approaches to adding more, like I do myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There are a lot of ways. I mean, as you just said, I mean, no one should. I mean, a few do, but no one should hold their amounts on exchanges. always on a hardware wallet and so on. But still, for example, portfolio optimization could be only quarterly or yearly, but still, then you could shift it over and make those changes. And in the end, if it makes you 10-20% more a year, it could still be worth it. So that's why we are looking into it, and especially the DCA approach, because I want it for myself.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think DCA bots are great things to have. Grid bots as well if you do want to actively trade spots, but I don't actively trade them. If I want to actively trade, I'm going to use some leverage.
Yeah, but that, as you just said it yesterday or today, someone from the community requested that as well to be able to look into grid bots and to make them smarter, to make the grids based on AI suggestions and so on. So yeah, I mean that's the beauty of machine learning, of AI. You can do a lot of things, and with AI, many of them will work and make you a profit at the end of the day, and that's what we all want.
100%.
Just a suggestion, and where I'm getting it from is like these gambling sites. They have a side of them that is free to, it can be a positive or a negative, to get people to start gambling on their site. Hey, I want to ass a load of fake money and I'm going to go try it for real. Or they lose their ass and hell no, I'm not going to go do it. But I have no idea what it would cost you to sit there and make a part of your site to where it's like a trial or a free, here, come try this out, and if you really want to do it for real, here's what you do. But just something interesting.
Yeah, we have been thinking about offering a free trial as well, but the problem is with the ads we are going to run, we are a little bit afraid of getting, I mean, you all know those guys that just ape in, and we kind of had, like, we thought that if we get some really degens that have no idea of trading and they see AI and they have never traded before, they throw their life savings into one trade with 100x, losing it all and then blaming us and ruining the community. So that's why we are currently, it's still in talks what to do the best way to offer such kind of a trial, because we are a little bit of afraid that we get people that will ruin the community because they don't know risk management and so on. I mean, for example, from the back tests, I know that the losing streak could be as much as 8 or 9 trades in a row. That's at maximum. So maybe we have a bad day with the AI because market doesn't behave like it should. For example, today, the AI makes predictions always, for example, also on, I think you should still see my screen. For example, as BTC broke almost to 64K, they will trust the AI, even though you know that this market can't be predicted because there's so much chaos, so much feelings going on, and they still will try it. And then we are a little bit of afraid that we scare away the real investors, the real users, because those others will ruin it for them. So that's like the little pros and cons, and we haven't decided finally on how to do it and how to offer it the best way. But yeah, we are also thinking about this option.
All right, guys, I'm going to post the recording, and then I got to hop out of here. I got to take my wife to go get her hair done, I guess. Just find that out. So I'm going to post the recording here, and you guys can share it out. Feel free to stay in VC and discuss